Economics, Standard 11, Unit 2, Consumption Analysis continued. Let us learn today Law of Demand. Demand is essential for creation, survival, and profitability of your firm. Demand depends on price. The main characteristics of demand are demand. The main characteristics of demand are, number one, price. Price is related to demand, and demand is also related to price. And secondly, time. Demand always means demand per unit of time. Demand always means demand per unit of time. So second, time. And demand always related to units of time also. Maybe per week, per day, per week, per month, per year, and so on. Demand is also related to market, buyers and sellers. So demand is also related to market, buyers and sellers. And fourthly, amount. Demand is related to amount. Usually, that is, demand is always a specific quality which a consumer is willing to purchase. So, demand is always a specific quality which a consumer is always willing to purchase. So, demand is equal to function of price. So, D is equal to function of price. So, D is demand, F is function, and P is price. And the law of demand first was stated by Augustine Carnot. So, it was first stated by Augustine Carnot, and in 1838. So, Augustine Carnot in 1838. Later, it was refined by Alfred Marshall. So, according to Alfred Marshall, the law says the quantity demanded increases with a fall in price and decreases or diminishes with a rise in price. The quantity demanded increases with a fall in price and diminishes with a rise in price. The same is said by Samuelson. Samuelson says that the law of demand states that the people will buy more in lower price and less at higher price, other things remaining the same. So, what is the other things remaining the same? Habit, income, taste, preference, and so on. So, law of demand always have a relationship with price and also increase in price and decrease in price. So, demand is just set it as when demand is high, price is low. When demand is, that is, and we can just go for like this way. So, when price is low, demand is high. You can just take it like that. So, when price is low or diminishes, demand increases. Demand increases. When price is high, demand decreases. So, you have to inverse proportions just taken place. So, demand increases when there is a fall in price and demand diminishes when there is a rise in price. And of course, it has got its own assumptions. According to the law of demand, the main assumptions are the income of the consumer remains constant. Second, the taste, habit, preferences of the consumer remains the same. And third, the prices of other related goods should not change. the prices of the other related goods should not change. And fourth, there should be no substitutes for the commodity in study. And fifth, the demand for the commodity must be continuous. And sixth, there should not be any change in the quality of the commodity. And please remember this, given these assumptions, the law of demand operates. If there is any change in any one of the assumptions, the law will not operate. The law of demand explains the relationship between the price of your commodity and the quantity demanded of it. This law states that quantity demanded of your commodity expands with a fall in price and contracts with a rise in price. Therefore, in other words, a rise in price of your commodity is followed by a contraction of demand, and a fall in price of your commodity is followed by an expansion of demand. So we can just come to a conclusion says that the law of demand states that there is an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded of your commodity. This can be easily explained with the help of table and diagram. So in the table, first we will write the price in rupee. So we can write it the price in rupee. And second, in the second one, the quantity demanded, that is per unit. So when the price of your commodity is ₹5, the quantity demanded is 1. When the price of your commodity is ₹4, the quantity demanded is 2. When the price of your commodity is ₹3, then quantity demanded also 3. When the price of your commodity is ₹2, the quantity demanded increases to 4. When there is a fall in price, the price just goes for ₹1 of the same commodity, then the quantity demanded increases to 5. And the same table can be applied in the diagram also. So in the diagram, the horizontal line x-axis, quantity demanded in unit. Quantity demanded in unit. And here in the y-axis, vertical position, y-axis, price. Price of your commodity in rupees. So that's what we can just think of this. And now here see the rupee quantity demanded 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And the price ₹1, ₹2, ₹3, ₹4 and ₹5. And when we just apply this table on the diagram. So when the price of your commodity is ₹5, the demand for a commodity is only 1. So automatically you can just see here, combine. And the price is ₹4, the demand just goes for rupees, that is quantity is 2 and price is ₹4. And the price of your commodity is ₹3. The quantity demanded also remains the same, 3. When the price of your commodity is ₹2, then the quantity demanded increases to 4. And when the price of the commodity is just 1, when it is lowest, the quantity demanded is also increases to the higher level. Okay, now you can see this, when we join this curve, that is the demand curve. So the demand curve slopes downward from 5, that is upper to lower. So it just slopes downwards. So this is demand curve. You can just see here, demand curve. So D and D, and you can just clearly understand this, the demand curve slopes downward. Clear? Okay, so when there is a ₹5 for your commodity, then the demand is only 1. But when the price diminishes to ₹1, then automatically the demand of the quantity demanded for a commodity increases to 5. and this is clearly seen in the diagram also. Remember, the demand curve slopes downwards, mainly due to the law of diminishing marginal utility. The law of diminishing marginal utility says that the additional unity of a commodity gives lesser satisfaction to the consumer. Therefore, the consumer will just buy more only when at a lower price. So, here the law of demand curve just slopes downwards. Let us continue learning the market demand and determinants of demand in the next class.